Hi guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel and welcome to the WNBF Supernaturals vlog. So I have my client Rupert competing in Masters Physique tomorrow, as well as Phil, who's a posing client of mine. He gets coached off Prep Coach UK, which is my previous coach, but he's looking awesome too. So I'm really excited to cheer the guys on tomorrow. It's going to be a tricky one. I'll have to work that out when we get to it, but I'll be heading down to London in the next hour or so. So I'm just going to show you what I do on a show day and how I check in the day before as well. But Rupert is looking amazing. I checked in with him last night. I'll post some photos up now. And we've also trialed a bit of a peak strategy with him. So a couple of weeks ago, we trialed that and we're kind of running a similar strategy. He's just needing a little bit more food this time around because he's leaner. So yeah, really excited. I've got a quick check-in with Phil to see how his posing's getting on, and then I will catch you guys, I guess, at the airport or maybe down in London. Just keep remembering that shoulder, that right shoulder, to pull it around, because you let it come behind you and it just narrows you off a little bit. But that would be the only thing I would say in that front shot, because honestly, it looks on the money. And then your abs, you're on the abs, which is perfect. Foot positioning looks really good. But yeah, just keep remembering to pull that. A little bit wider through the back if you can. Just like bring your chest up a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. And then core turn to the right. Tight as you can on this one, through the core. And bring the shoulder around a little bit more. And then higher in the waistband. Yeah, good. Core tight. And then face front. Higher, yeah, good. Nice in the waistband, brilliant. Core tight. Yeah, mate, brilliant, brilliant. So we have arrived in London. I'm pretty tired. There's a delay at the airport, so I didn't get in until 9 o'clock. Which is all good, but I've managed to get a quick check-in with Rupert there. He's finished all his meals for the day, his water, his salt, and he's looking good. He's looking on the money. He's very full this evening, which is what we wanted to achieve. It perhaps a little bit overspilled, but which is all good, because tomorrow morning he will wake up a little bit flatter or on the money, like nice and crisp. So I'm going to try and film that. Hopefully I remember. I'll keep the camera out. But yeah, I am going to try and get some sleep. I've got some M&S food with me, so I'm just going to tuck into that and get a reasonably early night because we are up early tomorrow at 6 a.m. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Just like small sips of the water throughout the day. Obviously you're on early, so we don't want to be drinking a ton, but just, you know, if you need a little bit more water, then drink a little bit more. Yeah, and sweet. And I think you're on, mate. You're looking classy. Just as I thought, you've woken up just a little bit crispier, and I just want to hold what you've got at the moment.
So let's have 3 of you to this side for me. Number 6, 7 and 8 over to the side. And number 9 and 10, if you come over to this side for me. Number 10. We have some awards to give out.
So I'm running back to registration to get a coach's pass. I didn't realise you could buy coach's passes until I showed up, and they're like, oh yeah, there's coaches passes available. So I was like, definitely getting one of those, but the venue is like a little bit of a way away from registration. Luckily enough, Rupert and Phil won't be on until another hour, so I'm gonna pick one up, and then yeah, I'll catch you in a sec. So we are back home in Glasgow. What a weekend, a long weekend, an early start on the Sunday morning to get the plane back to Glasgow, but I wouldn't have missed it for the world for Rupert. He showcased an amazing physique, first time competing, a lot of lessons for me as a coach as well. In hindsight, we probably should have put Rupert into a first timer show because as you can see, the standard was just incredible. For a Masters class, I haven't seen a standard like that at the Supernaturals since they started doing Masters physique. So he was just thrown right in at the deep end, and unfortunately we missed out on a placing. He did get centre in the second call-outs. There was about 9 on stage, so I think there was sort of like 6 in those first call-outs, and then 3 went into the second call-outs, and he was called out first. So I think he probably finished about 7th. And again, we're not too disheartened about that because it was just such a high standard of show. And I said to Rupert post after he stepped off stage, he just needs to get more size. Like all the guys there were just a lot bigger than him. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go away, work on an off season and come back bigger and better for next time. He's going to need at least 2 years to put on that size, but just seeing his progress throughout this cutting phase, like I've no doubt he will be able to do that in a proper structured gaining phase. So yeah, the weekend as a whole was incredible. The standard for the Supernaturals is just getting higher and higher each year. So if you're a first-time competitor, I would recommend competing at their first-timer show back in June, July. Next up for me is James. He will be competing in WNBF Calgary. Then I have a client, Kevin, who's competing in the States for a couple of OCB shows. And next year, I've got my client Billy competing in teen bodybuilding, where we will be going to the WNBF first timers. And I'm super excited to see how he gets on. But that's going to round up today's vlog, guys. Catch me in probably the exact same spot for the next vlog, which is going to be Laura's photo shoot, which I'm super excited for. We're heading down to Nottingham for that. So yeah, I'll catch you in the next one, and I hope you enjoyed the video, guys.